This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, so did you practice all these problems which we did yesterday? Anybody has a doubt? Say yes, no. If you have a doubt, yes. If not, say no. Say something.
No, ma'am.
Good. So we will have the other functions today. We will see with the statistical functions. Okay. So now we'll check what are the functions we have. Right. I'll just put some values here. Say example, I'll put one. Somewhere, some values I'm just giving randomly. Okay, I just gave some randomly values and some text, some signs. So you can give wherever you want between a range. I just gave in one single column. For your understanding, I'll mark this with the borders also. Done. Now what I want to know is I need to count. So count and sum. Count and sum. Sum means it is for making a addition, right? But count, it is not used for making the addition. The numbers, how many times I have one number, two number, three number, four number, five number, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11. So the number of times it is repeated, or the number of places which has been filled. To find this, we will be using this functions. Okay, so now what I want to know is I need to count. So especially we are going to see what is count A, and what is count blank. Okay, count blank. Now what this count does? Okay, what this count does, what this count A is used for, why this count blank is used for, this is what we are going to see. I'll use a function here equals to count. Now see here, it says count the number of cells in a range that contains numbers, which means only the numbers where it is there that will be counted, only the numbers. Okay, so I use here count, open a bracket. Now select the range. I select this range, value 1 to whatever it is, select the range, close the bracket, and I press enter. Now it says as 5 cells which is having a values. Now see here 1, 2, then this is 3, here I have 4, and then the 5 places I have a values, right? I have a 5 places where I have a value. Now what I want to do, I have to see how many cells are being used. Other than counting, I would like to check how many cells are being used. Now for that we uses count A. It counts the number of cells in a range that are not empty, right? I give here a function. Okay, I give here a function equals to count A, count A, open a bracket. Let me select a range, then close the bracket, enter. So it is 12. Now see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 cells. 11 cells, but it says me 12. The reason, can you see here? I gave a space here. So when there is a space, even that space will be considered as one cell information where it is not a blank, it is having some character. So space character is being used here. I'll remove the space, then press enter, then it shows me 11. So there are 11 cells which is having the values. Now count blank, we'll go for this count blank equals to count. I select this count blank. After selecting this count blank, let me select this range. Then close the bracket, give a enter. So it says me 8 cells are blank. So let's see here. I'll change the color and do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cells are having a blank. So 8 cells information you're getting here. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone?
Can you explain county again?
Count A. Okay. Now, in this selected range, which all are the cells that is used, which are all used. That means there must be some kind of information. It can be a special characters like star, ash, percentage, right? Any characters. It can be a text. It can be a numbers, but the cell is not empty. So when I say there is a character, even when you are using a space inside a cell, so when there is no information given, but at least space is given, even that will be considered as one kind of information. Now I have 11 cells filled here equals to count A, B3 to B12, B3 to B12, B21 I've selected. So in this, how many are used? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 cells are used. So you can see here, and here it says count blank is 8. I go to one cell, I give here a space. I'll give one single space, enter. Now see this count A and count blank. Count A says that there is 12 because space is also one information. Since there is one information, there is one blank cell has been reduced. Clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. Please try everyone this. Once after trying this, please everyone update this in your Excel. I'll start in another 3 minutes. Okay, I'll give you 3 minutes play gap. So within 3 minutes, I want you to try with count, count A, count blank, and this one. Just update this. Okay, same as it is. Okay, I'll just change these values. I'll use the some other value. I'll clear here because I don't want you to make a confuse. I just use a currency sign here. Clear all. I'll give you equals to rand between 500 to 1500. I'll give close the bracket done. Copy this, Control Alt V, then I paste it as values. Then after this, I give here now the currency sign. Okay, it is not don't type dollar. I have used a currency sign. Make sure you are using a currency sign. If not, you won't be getting a proper output. Okay, so once after trying this count A, count blank, go for this and update this in your Excel. I'll start. Did you all do this? Did everyone update this?
No, ma'am.
Once it is done, just give me a voice that it is done. Clear?
I'm done, ma'am.
Fine, then we will continue this. So I hope you all remember this, what, how to find the sum, what is average, what is sum, all these things. So we are just going to use the same conditions here, and after this we apply some other additional conditions, and we will see how this is going to work. Okay, I have a set of 6 functions which we are going to try now. Okay, so count will do what? It will count only the values, right? So counts only the numbers were in a range what we have given, what we have selected. And what does countly does? Counts all the cell in the range, right? In the range what we are selecting. So after this, in this range what it will do? Counts all the cell in a range that are not empty, which means there is some kind of information, so which is not empty. Even a single letter is also there, then it is counted as not empty. Then count blank, what it will do? Counts all the cell. Okay, all the cell where in the range what we select, in the range whatever we are selecting. So what it will count? Cells which are blank or which are empty. Blank it is, which are empty. Okay, this is what it do. Now what I want to do? Counts what? Only the number range. So I want to see how many sales has happened, I need to find. So after finding this, I must also get the total sales, how much has happened, and then overall average sales what has happened, this I have to know. So this we have already done some using here. Count count I'll select this range, then close the quote, close the bracket, enter. So number of sales what I have done is 15. So this 15 sales I need an average, I mean the sum total equals to sum. I will select this range, close the bracket, enter. Done. Now third condition, I have a third condition here. What I have to do? Equals to average, right? Equals to average. I need to find the average value of this 15 sales. I'll select this range, close the bracket, enter. So average sales, that is equals to my 15 total sales divided by the number of count. You get this average sales. Overall aggregated sales you are getting there. Now what I need to do, I came to know this. Now when I have this if is based on what? Based on a condition, right? It is based on a condition. Now I have a condition here saying that I need the number of, right, number of Samsung phones. I need the number of Samsung phones, okay, and total. I need to find total of Samsung phones. Total of Samsung phones I want. Then what I need? I need average. Okay. I also need average. Average of only Samsung phones. Right, I have a model here. We can see the brand. We have a Samsung and Apple. So I need to find the year, what is the number of Samsung phones I have, and total amount value, total of my Samsung and average value of my Samsung. This is what I need to find. So what we will do, equals to count if, count if, count if, open a bracket, range. Where is my Samsung list? It is available in this brand range, brand column. So I select all this list. Then I give a comma. What is my criteria? Criteria means what is my condition? What is my requirement? My requirement here is Samsung. Samsung. This I'm giving within a double quote. The same exact spellings I'm using without any mistake you have to do. Only then you will get an output. So I've given a Samsung. Close the bracket. Then press enter. I have a six Samsung phones. Now if I have a six Samsung phones, right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then this six phones I need a total sales price. Now what I'll do, equal to sum if open a break, right, open a bracket. Now range, where I have this, what is my requirement, Samsung, where it is available in this brand list. From this range, comma, next condition, criteria, open a double quote, Samsung, close a double quote, comma, what is sum range? Sum means the total value, where it is available here. This is my sales price. Close the bracket, enter. So the total of all the Samsung phones, you're getting this. You can find the difference here, right? Next one, I need to find the average value, equals to average if my range here is the brand. From this brand, my condition is Samsung. I'll close this within a double quote, then give a comma, average value. I need the average of this value. Select the sales price, close the bracket, enter. So I get here six Samsung phones and its total with an average value. So where I had only one condition. I had only one condition. Now, at the same time, I'll give another condition. Say example, yes, I need a Samsung phone. From the Samsung phone, I need to look for Galaxy S8, S8 model, and I must also get this from USA. I need to find a Samsung Galaxy 8 which made a sales from its location USA. From its location USA, what it has made. This is what I want. So here only one condition I had, Samsung, but here I have a three condition: Samsung, Galaxy S8 and USA. Three things I have. Now what I'll do, equals to count ifs. Count ifs. I'll select this. My criteria range 1. My criteria range 1. Now what I will do, from this, my first condition is Samsung. Where is Samsung available? From this list of brand, comma. From this list of brand, what I'm looking? Samsung. Open a double quote, type it as Samsung, close the double quote, give a comma. Now second condition is my model. From this list of model, comma, what is my condition? Galaxy S8. Open a double quote, type it as Galaxy S8. Close a double quote, give a comma. My third condition, from the warehouse, that is from the location, comma, what I need particularly from USA. Open a double quote, type it as USA, close a double quote, close the bracket, enter. So I have two places where all the conditions are matching. So this is one place, Samsung Galaxy S8. Then here it is Galaxy S8 USA. Then Galaxy S8, but here it is Singapore. So I have a two places. So 2 exactly I got. Now that 2 total I want it here equals to sum ifs. Sum ifs, sum range. Sum range means the total range. I select this total range, comma, criteria range 1. Condition number 1, where it is available, where is the range it is. So the same thing how we did in our count ifs. So select the range, comma, I required Samsung. Samsung, close a double quote, comma, second conditional range. So from the list of model, comma, open a double quote, what I need is Galaxy S8. I give here as Galaxy S8, close a double quote, give a comma, third one. From this third condition, that is third criteria, I need particularly available from USA. USA, close a double quote, close a bracket. So I need the total value of condition, that is Samsung. From the list of range, I need a Samsung, and from the list of second, that is second range, I need a Galaxy S8. From the third range, I need a USA. This is what I've given, then I press enter. Clear? Now, my next condition. Excuse me. Now, what I do is my last condition, the same thing where I need to find the average value of this two Samsung Galaxy S8 which is available in USA equals to average ifs, average range. So this is my average range, comma, then list of my criteria range 1. I need a Samsung, close a double quote. My second condition is from the list of model. From this list of model, I need Galaxy S8, close the double quote, comma. I have a third condition. From this third condition, I need it from USA, close the bracket, enter. So I get this average sales which has happened for all these three conditions. When I have one condition, I use here if. When I have multiple condition, more than one condition, two condition, three condition, four condition, five condition, any conditions you have, then we will be using ifs, right? So we have done all these three. So you can try this. You can try this. Any doubts you can ask me. Okay. Within 5 minutes you have to finish it. I'll just get back to you within 5 minutes. Okay, 7 now. By 7:05 finish it fast. If you are done before that 5 minutes, please inform me.
Mom, excuse me, mom.
Tell me ma. Pragati.
Can you display the formulas, mom?
Sure ma.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm not getting the average if. Can you explain it once again?
Fine, ma. Same thing what we did in sum ifs, we are doing here also. Only thing is instead of sum if, I'm using average ifs here. Okay, I'll just redo this. Equals to average if. Okay, average if my range, what I need average of Samsung, right? So where is my range? This is my range, criteria range, my first condition. So here I have only one condition, so it only says as range. Select this, then give a comma, second one. From this selected range, what is my condition? So open a double quote, give as task Samsung, make sure the spelling is correct, then I give a comma. Then I have average range. Average range is of my values. After giving this comma, I select this average range, close the bracket, then I press enter. I'll remove the show formulas. Now you can see the values. I again give you so that you can practice now. Try this. Make sure the spelling is right. Even if the spelling is right, it is showing you wrong, then go to that particular cell. Okay, go to that particular cell, then see whether there is one single space somewhere you have given, then in all the places of Samsung, then you will get an output. If there is a space you have given, remove that, you will get an output. All these three clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you all done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll proceed with the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will discuss about this financial functions. Okay, so in this financial function, why this financial function is used to find the money value in a future, how much I may receive. If I'm receiving in the future this much value, how much I have to deposit today, or what is the rate of interest that will be charged for this, or how much duration it is required to calculate this values. We will be using this financial functions. Say example, now let's go with one by one. So today I will invest rupees 100 rupees. After 1 year, how much I will receive. So this is my today's value, right? This is my today's value. After 3 years, how much I'm going to receive. This I need to find. So you can invest anywhere. Say example, we are investing into an FD, fixed deposit. If I'm depositing in a fixed deposit 100 rupees for 3 years, then after 3 years, how much I'm going to receive. So when I say FD, we must also have the other information, that is what is the rate of interest that these people are giving here, right? So after, so 3 years is the duration. 3 years is my duration. Then what is the rate of interest they are offering? Say example, they are offering 10%. So after 3 years, how much I will receive? So this is after 3 years. That means I have to find a value of future. So we call this as future value. Future value. So this is one step which we are going to find. Okay. Now let me give you one more example. So after 5 years, right? After 5 years, if I am receiving rupees 1,000, after 5 years, if I am receiving 1,000 with 12% of interest, 12% of interest, okay, how much I need to deposit today, right? How much we need to deposit today. This I have to find. So when I'm finding today's value, then what is this is called as? So I will be using here to find this present value. We call this as present value. That is today's value. Present value is nothing but your today's value. Then if you have some information, you want to find some rate, what is the interest rate, how much duration you want, that is duration. Okay, so rate is something where we call it as interest. Okay, interest here we call it as rate. Duration, that is number of years, we call here as NPR, right? And in case if I'm making a term payment, that means EMI. If I'm paying a termly payment, then I will be using here EMT. So these are the things which we are going to discuss here. So we will be finding here the future value, present value, and then rate of interest, number of periods, and PMT we are going to find here. These are the information we will be finding here. So let's go one by one. Say example, now Mr. A has deposited rupees 5,000 in a FD, in a fixed deposit for 3 years. Okay, with 9% of interest. With 9% of interest. Find how much he is going to receive. He will receive after the tenure period, that is after maturity. Now tell me what I need to find here. I need a response. Let me know what I need to find from this question. So I told you what is future value, present value, interest rate, duration. So now from this question, what you will have to find? Present value, future value, say something.
Future value.
Good. So we will be finding a future value. So now I have a present value, right? I'll copy this, put it over here. I have a present value. I have a rate of interest information. I also have a number of periods what is required, and I have a PMT information. Let's see whether we have it or not. Then I need to find my future value. What is my present value? It is my 5,000. Rate of interest is 9%. You have to give it the sign 9%. Number of periods 3 years. PMT, there is no such kind of information we are seeing. Let's see this later on. Now this is what I have to do here. And we always say that this, when I say here as financial functions, finance. So finance is always considered in terms of money, in terms of money, the cash, right? So we will consider here whether we are receiving or we are paying it, whether the money is received or it is being paid. This is what we will be using here. Okay, now before I proceed with this, what I want to ask you is, say example, now I will give you 500 rupees to you. Okay, I will be giving you, say example, or you are receiving a pocket money every week you are receiving. So this Monday you have received 500 rupees. When? On Monday. Again you will be receiving on the next coming Monday. So today, this is today. Now in this you spent 200 rupees. You spent 200 rupees. Now how much cash you have?
300.
Exactly. So we have 300. So next Monday when I receive it, I will add that. Right. Now, what is the meaning why I use this reference is, when I receive, say example, again today. Today you are receiving another 500 rupees. Now what happened here? It is getting added. So you are getting it as 800, 300 plus 500. So when you are receiving, it is added plus. When it is being paid, it is being deducted minus. So these are the terms which we are going to use here, right? When we are receiving, it is plus. When it is being paid, then it will be a minus. This is my condition, right? Now look here. Mr. A has deposited 5,000 in an FD for 3 years with 9% of interest. Find how much he will be receiving after 10-year period. So that is future value. U equals to future value FD, open a bracket. My rate of interest 9%. And see this, we are not using anything for compound values. It is simple calculations with an investment that is having a constant payment and constant interest rate. Okay, so future value. Now what is my rate of interest? Rate of interest is 9%, comma, my number of period 3 years, comma, then I have a PMT. So PMT information is not available. That is my monthly payment, term payment. I do not have. When we do not have any information in an Excel, we use to provide 0. So I do not have any information for PMT. I give here 0. Let me give a comma. Then my present value 5,000. That is, I am depositing 5,000 into a bank. That means my 5,000 rupees is been given, is been paid to whom? The bank. So when it is paid, what we will do? We'll have to use it as minus. So minus 5,000, then give a comma. How I need to find the value? End of the period or beginning of the period? End of the third year or beginning of the third year? I need to find end of the third year. So you have a values here, 0 for end of the period, 1 for beginning of the period. I choose here 0, close the bracket, enter. So I will be receiving 6,475 after 3 years, right? You can find this. I'll give you the same calculation but other values. I want you all to try this and give me an output. So instead of 5,000, I take here as 75,000. 75,000 rate of interest, I'll give you 12%. Number of periods, I'm giving here 5 years. Now find this future value and give me an answer.
Ma'am, 1,32,175.
Okay, 1,32,000. Let's do this. Equals to future value, rate of interest 12%, and NPR 5 years, PMT 0. Then PV is this, but I have to give it with a minus 75,000, comma, end of the period, close the bracket, enter. 1,32,175. Yes, let's do the next one. So now Mr. X would like to know how much you need to deposit, how much you need to deposit if in return he needs 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs after 7 years with 13.5% of interest. So we have here the future value. If he is going to receive a future value 5 lakh, what is the rate? What is the PMT? This we have to see here. And I need to find what? Present value. Right? So my future value, I will be receiving 5 lakh. 5 lakh I will be receiving. The rate of interest is 13.5%. Number of period year is 7 years, and PMT we won't have any information here, equals to, so my present value, that is today how much I need to deposit so that I can receive 5 lakhs after 7 years. So equals to present value, the same syntax, present value, rate of interest 13.5%, then after 7 years NPR, PMT no information 0, and see you have a future value. In future you will be receiving 5 lakh, receiving, so no minus sign is required, just select the cell. Then I need to find after end of the 5 years, then close the bracket, enter. Now see, you have a values by with minus. If you find any values with minus or any values within a bracket, that means it is a negative value. Negative value means, so that is what we have done while doing a present value. Paid will also be given in minus, received will be in terms of plus. So we have to pay 2,06,062 rupees. We'll have to pay this in an FD so that we can receive 5 lakhs, right? Now let me give the same terms for you so that you will try this. So in this 15 lakhs I'm giving 15 lakhs. Okay. Okay, 15 lakhs. Let me give 1 2 3.
Ma'am, can you show the
So
formula
15.
once?
Okay. When you're doing any function, make sure you are seeing this syntax: rate, what is NPR, what is PMT, what is future value, what is the type. See this and then type. Okay, now I go for this rate of interest. Rate of interest I'll give you as 6%. Number of periods I'll give you as 4 years. PMT no information. Find this present value and give me an answer.
Minus 11,88,140.
Let's find this. Equals to present value, rate of interest, then number of periods, then PMT no information, so 0, future value, then end of the period, close bracket, enter. Yes, so it is minus. That means this much if I deposit, only then I'll get in 15 lakhs in returns. Clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody has a doubt? Anybody has a doubt now? Now let's find the other problems. Okay. Now, if Mr. R is depositing 65,000 today, and then after 2 years, after 2 years, he receives he receives rupees 3 lakh in return, right? How much? What is the rate of interest? You need to find. So we do have here information for present value. My present value is how much? 65,000, and I have information for my future value that I'll be receiving 3 lakh. And then what is my number of periods required here? It says here as 2 years. Then I have a PMT. So PMT, we will see this. Then what I need to find a rate of interest. So rate of interest is what we are going to find. So what is here? Equals to rate. Rate of interest I need to find, so rate. So what is my number of periods required? 2 years, comma, PMT, no information, 0. Now we have both the present value and future value. Present value is 65,000 I am depositing. That means I am depositing in a bank, which means I'm paying it. So minus 65,000, comma, in return I'll be receiving 3 lakhs, so it is plus, comma, end of the period I'll be choosing here, close the bracket, enter. So it is 115% of interest. Okay, let me take a 65,000, right? I'll take here as, okay, instead of 2 years, I'll give here 5 years. Take this as 5 years. Now it is 36%, right? Now I want you all to try the same thing. So let me give a value here. I'll give it as 1 lakh is the present value. Future is 5 lakh. Number of periods is 8 years. Then find the rate of interest and give me an answer.
Can I show the formula once?
Sure, ma.
I'm 22%.
Let's find this. So I need to find the rate of interest, number of periods, PMT is 0, then we have a present value, then we have this present value we have to keep in terms of minus where we are paying it, and we will be receiving 5 lakhs, then end of the period, so 22%, right? Now let's go for the next question. Mr. T as deposited, okay, I'll take this one as deposited rupees 7,000 in a FD for mm, 4 years, and he has deposited 7,000 and receives rupees 11,000 after tenure period with 12% interest. So what I need to find? Find the duration. Duration means NPR. This is what we need to find, duration. So we have a present value and the future value. We have to see what is my um, rate. So rate, then I have to see what is my payment. Then what I need to find here is NPR, number of periods. Now my present value here is 7,000. Future value I'll be receiving 11,000. Rate of interest is 12%. PMT no information, so it is 0. Then number of periods we need to find, equals to NPR, open a bracket. Now rate of interest is 12%. Then PMT no information, 0. present value as deposited. Depositing means it is minus. So minus, I'll select this, comma, then receiving 11,000 plus, comma, end of the period, close the bracket, enter. So I need 3 years, 9 months. Or if I remove the 0, I required 4 years. So I want you all to try the same thing. So let me give you an values here. I'll take here as 15,000. In the future, you will be receiving 23,000. Rate of interest is 15%. So find the number of periods and let me know. Excuse me. Done? Did you all find the answer?
Can you show the question 1 minute? Mom, 3.058.
Yes, ma. Your answer is right. 3.05. So overall, approximately, we will take it as 3 years. Then we'll go for the next condition. Now, Mr. Yes has taken a loan to purchase a car. To purchase car. Okay, to purchase a car is taking a loan of rupees. Let me take a small amount. I'll take here as 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs where we need to pay termly installment. Termly installment with 15% of rate interest. Okay, 15% of interest for 5 years. Now what I need to find? I need to find installment amount. So in this we have many changes we will be doing. So we will do one by one. Now what is my requirement here? I need to know what is my present value, future value, PMT and this. So first one, present value, I have taken a loan and this time the loan is been received. That means money is received. Usually present value we will be depositing. When we are depositing we used to consider as minus. But what here we are taking a loan, that is loan money is received. Right? How much is received? 3 lakhs. Then rate of interest. My rate of interest is how much? 15%. Sorry. So it is 15%. And now what is my number of period that is required? My number of periods required is 5 years. Right? What is my future value? We have to find it. What is my PMT? That is my termly payment. I'll be using this. Now what here I'll be doing here is future value. Now I have to find termly payment. So I said in the beginning itself, when we have term payment, we use this. That is EMI. But here it is not a EMI, yearly once payment. Okay, I'll show you how to pay monthly payment calculation also. Equals to PMT. I'll open a bracket. Now see here, PMT means calculates the payment for the loan based on constant payment and constant interest. There is no other changes. So rate of interest is 15%, comma, number of periods is 5, comma, my present value. My present value here is 5,000, sorry, 3 lakhs, but here loan is been received, so no minus, just take it as plus, comma. My future value, there is no information. When no such information, we consider as 0, then end of the period, again 0, close the bracket. So every year I need to pay 89,000. Every year I need to pay 89,000. This is what? This is your yearly payment. Your yearly payment. Okay, this is your yearly payment. Now I want you all to find this 80,000, rate of interest 12% for 3 years. Find this and give me an answer.
Minus 3,33,000.
Let me go for this. Equals to NPR, my rate of interest 12%, comma, then my PMT. What I'm doing, I'm finding. I have to find like PMT, right? PMT, rate of interest, then number of periods required 3 years, my present value, future value is no information, so 0, end of the year, close the bracket, so 33,307. Now this is what for how many? 5 years, every year. So 5 year, 5 times you will be paying this. Now what if I want to find monthly installment? What if I want to find a quarterly installment? This we will do. So before that, how many months we have in a year? Give me an answer, yeah. In a year, how many months we have? You have to calculate that also. 12 months, right? Now, what I will be doing, I need to find quarterly. quarterly term payment.
Excuse me, ma'am. I got it 3,33,000.
3,33,000. Check whether you gave 8,000 or 8 lakh.
Yeah, ma'am. I given 8 lakh.
Okay, fine, ma'am. Now listen this. So in a year we have a 12 months. We have to make a quarterly payment. We have to make quarterly payment. Now what is my requirement? This here I have a rate of interest, right? I have a rate of interest. This rate of interest, what it is? 15%. This 15% will be paid for what? All the 12 months. So this 15% is per annum calculation. Per annum calculation. For per annum, if it is 15%, for quarter, how much? For one quarter, how much? Okay, one quarter, what is the rate of interest? This I need to find. How many quarters we have in a year?
4.
Yes, 4. So that means this 12% what I have for 1 year is for 1 year. Why I need to find? For 4 quarter period. Then this number of years, in 5 years, how many times I am paying? So 1 year is having a 4 quarters. For 5 years, how many quarters?
20.
Yes. So what I'll be doing? 5 into 4 quarters. This is what we are doing. So we will find the quarterly payment for what? For the same values what we have here. Okay. So now let's do this. Equals to TMT PMT. Now rate of interest is 15%. So what is this? 15% is for per annum, but I need to pay it for 4 quarters. So 4 quarters, comma, number of years, 5 years, but in a year I will be paying 4 times. That means how much for another 5 years? So 5 into 5 years into 4 quarters. Next one, my present value. So it is plus. Then I have a future value. I'll be giving here as zeros because no information. End of the period. Close the bracket. Enter. So it is 21,000 I need to pay for every quarter. So the same condition I give you all what we have done in a previous one. Just calculate this and tell me what is your PMP value. And I also
Can
give
you
you
show
an
the
another
function
task
or not?
function. Huh? Okay. Everyone done this?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the output you got here? What is the output you have got for this? Tell me what is the output for this? Response, please. Whether you people are doing or not, I'm not able to understand because today I'm getting very low response today. Only one or two people are answering me. Done? So your answer is 8,000. So I want you all to try with the monthly payment. One quarter is this is the interest. Now 12 months we have. 12 months. So I said 15% is per annum. So 15% divided by 12 months. So this 15% is paid for 12 months. And I have 5 years. So 5 into 12 months. So this is will be your homework to do this based on 12 months. Okay, that is monthly payment. I want you to try so that I can teach you the same thing with the advanced function. Okay, now see here what happened here is I have a monthly term function where you will be calculating for every month EMI equal monthly installment, 15% for 12 months and 12 months for 5 years. Calculate this and give me an output. Okay, calculate this and give me an output in the next class.
Ma'am, we should calculate monthly or quarterly, ma'am.
This is monthly, ma. Monthly, I gave you 12 months. Okay, this is quarterly calculation and this is monthly calculation. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see in the next class. That's all for today. Okay, bye everyone.